Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Captain Frost and this is your Exilecon schedule guide, Exilecon 2023 of course. So yeah, Path of Exile 2 is just around the corner. We're gonna have all the information tomorrow, a bit late at night, but anyways. So yeah, we do have all the information about panels that are gonna be on the Exilecon, and there's a bit of hints about the information that we're gonna get. So Exilecon starts July 28th, pretty late at night, especially if you're in Europe, or maybe for America it's not as late. But anyway, so yeah, it's gonna be 28th to 29th, depending on your location. So day one, we're gonna have, before day one, but Exilecon 2023 kicks off with a pre-show discussion featuring a bunch of streamers, and it leads into the keynote presentation that is gonna be the biggest thing. So whenever Exilecon starts, of course, they're gonna present us with the biggest chunk of information straight up, and then they're gonna go into explanation of different things later down the line in day one and day two. So it's gonna be this big, massive chunk of information. A bit of streamers discussing it, I guess, right there. And then it's gonna be day one. It's gonna be a bit more of a localized talks. As you can see here, it's rendering, character skills and stuff like that. So let's go for that. So first day brings multiple developer interview, presentations, panels, and Q&A sessions. There's a wide range of topics that are going to be covered. So rendering in Path of Exile, which means that it's probably going to be tied to your experience of the game and its performance. Then developer panel, character skills, which I guess at least that it is gonna be quite highly, as we can see here, it's going quite fast. So it's like it's one of the first ones, and that's probably because they are making a bunch of different hard changes to the combat and character skills. Talking about them is very, very essential. Then the bosses and monsters of Path of Exile 2, item design and mechanics, which we hope that we will have more news about, loot distribution, reworks and stuff. And then developer panel, wacky Path of Exile 1 mechanics Q&A, which will be a kind of a damage control, but from a it's gonna be a logical damage control, not like with shitty companies. It's probably gonna be a situation where you have developers that need to change a bunch of different stuff that people grew accustomed with, that people grew in love with, that people are very familiar with, and they don't really want them to change, but you need to change them into just for your game to be evolving and progressing, really. So it's probably going to be again, discussions and Q&A about your combat, about the most controversial stuff, to be honest. So campaign, how are you going to be able to replay the campaign? How are you going to be forced into doing stuff like that? Maybe. So yeah, there's in Wacky Path of Exile 1 mechanics Q&A, I think they will address all the things that they need to maybe nerf, maybe slow down, maybe do anything like that. And they know that there will be an outreach from community, and they want to cover that part of damage, and to explain why they're, maybe explain it a bit more, maybe with examples. Let's hope on that. So yeah, then it's gonna be a streaming stage that is gonna be I guess parallel to all the main theater things, or maybe it's gonna be after that. So there's gonna be some interviews with main developers, then gameplay showcases from different streamers, narrative interview, and interview on mobile gameplay showcase. Then day two starts again with Path of Exile 2 Q&A now. So it's, as I think they're gonna do, they will gather all the information, all the feedback that they didn't predict for Q&A at day one, and then they will bring it on the second day, whenever the night after the initial night, and then they will have time to gather those questions and to maybe even more and more explain to people why their concerns are wrong, if they think that their concerns are wrong. And there's probably going to be a bunch of controversial stuff for Path of Exile 2, but it's all going to be just great. And then sound design and music of Path of Exile, action RPG roundtable with a bunch of developers from previous ARPGs. There's your David Breivik, who is a creator of Diablo and Diablo 2, and a bunch of other people who are quite known in the industry. And Chris Wilson himself, Eric Olofsson himself, so people from GGG are gonna be there as well. Then it's gonna be a racing event finals. There were invitationals before, and here we're gonna have our winner, our speedrunner, the greatest speedrunner of the community. Then we see streamer roundtable, so some podcasts by streamers, gameplay showcase, animation interview, a gameplay showcase again, and another type of podcast thing. So it's gonna be packed with information. It's gonna be interesting to see how the community will react to all these things, how it will be. Is it gonna be how much of a damage people on Reddit and forums are gonna take from all the changes that are gonna be present in the game? Will it be too painful for them, or they will be able to cope with that and the hype for all the other things that are changing and that they are for those changes? Will it cover up enough, or there will still be a bunch of controversial, angry stuff going around? Let's hope for the best. And let's hope that it will be the news about Path of Exile 2 will be on every single dashboard, every single site, every single community that is IRPG or dedicated or anything else. I just hope that it's going to be massive. I hope you're excited and waiting just like I do for that. There's gonna be a bunch of content on this channel covering all that stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good time. Goodbye.